Welcome to our series on human-centric data in project delivery. The purpose of these 6 short videos is to show you how to capture, understand, and use information about how the project team perceives and understands the project and their working practices, and how they feel about it. Over the course of the series, we'll provide you with an explanation of the notion of human-centric data and its significance. We'll then look at the kind of data you might capture, what that might look like, and we'll explain the principles of effective and ethical data use and how to translate this all into meaningful insight. Insight without action is like bread without butter, so we will show you how you can act on your insights to enable information to become knowledge, which you can then express in changes to processes, organizational structures and behaviors, which will lead in turn to material improvements in the productivity of your project working and the value of the results. Finally, we'll provide you with a suggested structure for implementing everything you have learned so that you can use and apply human-centric data in your projects. Let's get started with a bit of context. This is a quotation from Mark Wilde, CEO of Crossrail, describing how he felt at that fateful moment in 2018 when, within a few months of its scheduled opening by Queen Elizabeth, the railway was delayed for 4 years, adding an additional £4 billion to the eventual cost. At its heart, I think Mark is saying that in any large project, we know far more about the health and status of the project than we are able to articulate, either because we just don't have the words to express what we are sensing, or because the culture of the project simply doesn't allow us to say what we think. What the Crossrail top team knew wasn't really constrained by the amount of information to hand. Crossrail had a very sophisticated project controls environment that measured progress, cost, and risks from 101 different perspectives. Rather, it was constrained by the culture in which the hard schedule and the launch by the Queen was set and immutable from early on. The time and effort required for the non-engineering aspects of the railway, the testing and integration of all of the operating systems and of the rolling stock were hugely underestimated by a senior team who were predominantly civil and not systems engineers. Much of the critical information about risk was held at a distance from Crossrail itself and only known to those organisations in the supply chain which were actually doing the work. There was no time and little patience for the scenarios and storylines that were about how much work was left to be done, as opposed to how much work had been achieved. What Mark and the Crossrail team experienced was a black elephant, a term coined to describe a mashup between a black swan, an unforeseeable and catastrophic event, and the elephant in the room. The term black elephant neatly captures those events that hit major projects, apparently without warning, but which, with hindsight, are shown to have been things that were the best kept secrets, which everyone knew but no one spoke aloud. So, the silent conspiracy to which Mark referred in 2023 reflects the 2 alternate views of a project and its status. The official view, expressed in project controls reports and dashboards, which talks about costs, schedules, work completed, essentially an expression of progress against the original plan, and what you might call the shadow view, which is held in the emotions, perceptions, and beliefs of the team, but which are rarely, if ever, articulated and which are, consequently, invisible. Human-centric data allows you to surface and share this shadow view of a project's health. In the next video, we'll tackle the meaning of human-centric data, the value and significance of capturing it, give you a sense of what you can learn and how a coherent HCD strategy affects everyone on the project and your chances of achieving your desired outcome. To find out how capturing, sharing, and using human-centric data plays a part in supporting leaders and teams to deliver success, contact Team Animation, who are pioneers in this innovative new field.